Hello, everybody. Welcome along. How are you all doing? Today we will be starting on a brand new project, which is the minis from the Gears of War board game. Had these sitting around for quite a while, and I always did want to put some paint on them, and the time is now. So let's get right into it. If you have any questions along the way, feel free to ask me. It's going to be pretty experimental. I'm going to play around with different colors and combinations and paint brands and whatnot. So I might not be able to really tell you much, since I'll be shooting in the dark for the most part, but yeah, gonna see how it goes. So on the chopping block today will be the one, the only Marcus Phoenix. I will not be painting them in a Gears of War style, just because that'll make the minis look extraordinarily boring. Gonna give them some color, actually. Well, way too much paint for the purposes that we had, but okay, so we're gonna start off with the Flash. And I'm gonna make it... Gonna start it off as dark as I can and then build it up. So I will be putting some purple into the flesh tone. And that's gonna be our undertone. And since I've got so much paint on the palette, I might go ahead and do the same for the rest of the dudes, or at least three of them. And this time I also opted for a black primer instead of the usual gray that I use. And just to try that out. Which in and of itself was an interesting experience because I used the Tamiya Rattle Can Primer Black. The thing about it is that it is glossy as hell. Really did not enjoy that, so I had to actually paint the black over the primer with the Pro Acryl Coal Black. Just to make it a little bit more matte. So I can actually see what it is that I'm doing. So if you were wondering, probably stay away from the Tamiya black primer. Unless you want to work off of a very glossy finish. And since we're starting off with black as a primer, it only makes sense to build the colors from dark to bright instead of laying down midtones and then going around back and forth. So we'll be doing everything with undercolors. And gradually building them up. The poses of these miniatures are going to make parts of the painting process kind of troublesome. They are also true scale and at the same time kind of small-ish. So bringing out details is going to be a bit difficult. I'm going to have to rely on fairly stark contrast. So I have a feeling that the color I'm laying down right now might not actually be dark enough as a shadow color. So it may become a necessity to reintroduce shadows at the end of this. But we'll see. As usual, just playing this by ear. Don't really have much of a game plan set up for these guys. Just general ideas. Hello, Harlequin. What's up? Yep. First day of the Gears of War, dudes. And yeah, I'm trying that out. Although, like, I said it a little bit earlier, but the primer I got turned out really glossy. So I had to paint over the primer with black. Nothing much. Well, it's not bad. Any progress on the uni hunting? Waiting for documents. Well, that's still something. Something is in the works, and that is what matters. Okay, that's actually his head still. Or not. Yeah, it is. He is wearing a bandana. It's not the easiest thing in the world. See where it ends. not in the mood. Alright, sorry. Just throwing it out there. Nothing more. World Cup of StarCraft was very entertaining, and that kept me hyped for a few days. Oh, that's nice. Who came on top? At least, which country? Or is it singles? Europeans. Nice. Kind of unusual, but nice. Did you hear about the Diablo 2 remaster that Blizzard is coming out with? Yeah, so they're making a remaster, sort of like they did with the StarCraft, the original StarCraft. Well, that might be your chance. Although it's kind of weird that they're doing the Diablo 2 thing, because unlike RTSs, action RPGs have come a long way. Song's annoying, fair enough. Is that right? Yeah, action RPGs have developed a hell of a lot since Diablo 2. And I don't think it's going to be received as well as the StarCraft and Diablo. What, as I said, there are software for automatic clicks. Nice. Yeah. It does look nice, what they've shown so far, but still, it's gonna feel about as janky as the original did. But now we have a much better base for comparison, so it's gonna stick out like a sore thumb. Meanwhile, I have been playing some They Are Billions, trying to go through the campaign, although I haven't had much time to play over the course of the last week or so. because I wanted to finish up the Bretonnians. But I am enjoying it quite a bit. It's really challenging. It's really hard. But it's nice. I like it. Well, the way I play it wouldn't come out very well on stream because I mostly play with the pause turned on. But if you think that it might be an entertaining watch, sure. I might put a few streams here and there. Like, they won't be sequential or anything. Just some whatever level I'm playing at the time. Yeah, okay, sure, no problem. Can do it for, I was planning to play tomorrow anyway, so might do that. Okay, that's enough of that. So let's paint the bandana. Yeah, sure. Just that it's a bit less unwindy when I stream, but it's alright. We'll give it a shot. So let's go over to the burnt red. I'm gonna be using mostly Pro Acryl for this project. For shits and giggles, mostly. We're gonna darken that with some mahogany. If I use the mahogany though, I think I have to actually open it. Yeah. So I'm gonna be focusing on this guy first. This is Marcus Phoenix. I think that's supposed to be the main character of the video games, but at least the first few. I've got his character cards here. There he is, Marcus Phoenix. I'm not gonna be using the colors from the actual game because that would make them a lot of grays and sepia tones that gonna be seriously boring. So we're gonna liven it up. Still way too much paint. I'm not really used to painting true scale models, so bear with me here. It's gonna be interesting to see if I'll be able to actually properly get the details painted in. And because we are painting over black, getting opaque layers is gonna be a little bit troublesome, even with the already darkened colors. Now, technically this should be used as an advantage and use the darkest recesses as sort of a natural shadow from the black primer, but I'm not used to doing this, so it's gonna be a little bit of a getting used to. have no idea how I'll paint these eyes. But where?
Half closed.
Yeah, I might actually have to just leave them. We'll see, I'll give it a shot. If it doesn't work out, I'll just put some deep shadows where the eye sockets are and leave it as is. Alright, so anything else I might like to have? Red. Probably red not so much, but as long as I have the mahogany, I might go around for all the leathery bits. Such as the gloves and the satchels, the boots. Hey there, Mark. How you doing? No problem. Lurk away. Your company is always appreciated. Hey, Snick. How you doing? Infinity, no, these are actually from Gears of War, the board game. These are the player characters, character models. I've had the game for a while and decided to finally paint up the models. Gears of War, yeah. No, not GW. That's from a video game. And the board game is made by Fantasy Flight. Well, was made, because it's been out of print for a while now. But it's still fun. The models are pretty cool, like very detailed, as you can see. Especially for just board game models. Yeah, that'd be fun. Like using a tabletop simulator and something. That'd be cool. Games Workshop. Yeah, that's what I got. So I specified that no, it's actually I don't know what company made Gears of War, the video game. I haven't really had a chance to play any of the editions because they were mostly console exclusives. Remember the old game Hero Quest? Yeah, you've told me that this is probably one of the few games that you actually still play. Milton Bradley. Or, I don't know, maybe. Oh, you mean Hero Quest? No idea, really. I'm pretty sure that the later iterations are GW, and including the new one. You have the board game, you stream, and we will be the players. Oh, so as in, I have the actual board game, and you give me inputs. Yeah, I got you. Although I think that Tabletop Simulator would be a better platform to do this on rather than trying to make it up in like physical stuff. Everyone will see each other's cards. Yeah, you're right. Although I think that it depends on which game you are emulating. Maybe you have ways of obfuscating what is being seen on screen. For some games where this is actually a thing. Yeah. It's definitely an option. We did do a test stream for Blood Bowl. If you haven't checked it out, it is on YouTube. Where we actually got together and set up a bunch of cameras and microphones and had a Blood Bowl stream. It was fun. Can't see the cards of the DM. Yeah. So I intend to paint this version of Marcus Phoenix more along the lines of Ralph from Kings of War. King of Fighters, that is. So with the red bandana and the green, sort of military green armor, fatigues, whatnot. I will be giving them some extra color because the video game color scheme is just a bunch of grays and sepia tones and browns, and that would be extremely boring for a miniature. Especially one of this size. Keep using way too much water for the Pro Quills. It's sort of a habit from the Citadel paints. I end up having to do way too many coats. And also, this is the first time I'm painting over a black primer. And so the opacity is a little bit more difficult to achieve than usually. But we'll get there. Hello, Tafudi. What's up? How are you doing? Tomorrow I might be doing a gaming stream. I haven't done one for a while, and Harlequin here suggested it might be an idea to check out. They are billions. Good, buddy. Just another day. Quick jump and chill. I like the Gears models. Yeah, thanks, dude. I'll see if I can make something out of them, because the true scale is really painful on the eyes. As in, it'll be hard to bring out most of these details. Hey, Dr. Denico, what's up? How you doing, dude? The new haircut, yeah, I try to get it trimmed once a month, or else it gets a bit uncomfortable. EVM models, yeah. So if you haven't heard of They Are Billions, it's actually a RTS with active pause, with a steampunk setting where you are building bases and whatnot and defending against swarms of zombies. And for a while now it has had also a campaign mode, and that's what we'll be checking out tomorrow. I've already sunk a good chunk of time in it. I've been having a lot of fun, so might as well share it with the rest of you. Probably not gonna make it a whole thing, as in a regular thing, but it's worth the check out. Wouldn't hurt. Can you use the train in the campaign? Yeah. The train kills zombies, but it only pushes your soldiers to the side. Yeah. The train is, however, only in the campaign. In the old modes, the usual survival modes, you don't have a train. It's actually a very cool mechanic. I really enjoy it. Like, it comes... Your base is actually built on the railroad tracks, so you get a train every 24 hours to bring you new settlers and some extra resources if you have the appropriate upgrades. But yeah, you can definitely use a train. However, it's very circumstantial, like, but yeah, it happens and it's cool. I haven't unlocked too many soldier types yet, though. I only have the rangers and the soldiers. And I have a starting sniper, and that's about it. I really want to get to the cool steampunk mechs and mutants and the flame-throwing sort of hard suit. And the Lucifer. I've also been checking out a ton of indie games via Splattercat's YouTube channel. It's been sort of fun, and I'm filling up my wish list. Something fierce. So I might be doing some videos on them when they come out of early access or when I get to them, so on and so forth. And if not, I'll just play them at some point. I really want to clean up my Steam library at least a little bit. There is so much detail on these models. I'm having a... Can you do that? Well, I've kept it fairly... You do not get your money back. Yeah, that's true. Well, no, I mean clean up as in play through most of the games that are in my library. Because following some purchases from sites such as Humble Bundle and whatnot, where you get like 10 games for a couple bucks, the situation is sort of dire, and I don't really want to really bury myself with any new games, considering there are a ton in my library already just waiting. Yeah, I'm sorry, it's I guess it was the wrong use of words there. And They Are Billions is one such game. It's been sitting in the library for a while. Well, I just really wanted to play it. So there we go. Play different games. Yeah, with that being said, there are a lot of old games and a lot of non-resource intensive ones. that you can always get. Like around the end of PC's life cycle, I love looking back through the back catalogs of cool titles that I've missed, and do some retro gaming and catch up on things. I have no idea what to paint the actual suit, because the armor I think I'll make green. And we got the letters in brown. What the hell do we make the actual clothes? In the game, 45. Yeah. Search the internet. I just wanted to dive in a little bit blind into this, just having a general idea and go with it. Just wing it. Also, like I mentioned already, the original colors for these models are not very much something that I would like to replicate. I have been checking out, on previous occasions I've been looking through the models, and nothing really original, nothing that struck me to emulate. So I just, like I already said, so we'll just wing it. See what comes out. I just want to have a little bit of a freer set mind, as opposed to the batch painting of the Bretonnians. Just clear my mind out of this. And, have some fun, just pure fun painting. It's not even absolutely necessary to finish this project. Just get the taste of batch painting out of my mind, out of my mouth, before getting to the next one. And play around with some colors and some concepts that I haven't used before, such as painting over black primer, using the Pro Acrylic paints, which I haven't been doing a lot of, so on and so forth. It is truly ridiculous, the amount, like, even GW doesn't have anything on the amount of tiny buckles and notches on the leather straps and kinks in the armor plates and rivets, and holy shit, the amount of stuff there is in here. Ridiculous. Not sure if most painted examples include mostly gray for the body. Yeah. Sci-fi or pseudo-historical. In either case. Sort of camouflage. Which game? This one? This one is sci-fi, post-apocalyptic, sort of, or like on the verge of apocalypse. It's basically about underground aliens. But it's definitely sci-fi. It's not trying to be alternate reality history, I don't think. Again, one of the games that are sitting in my Steam library is Gears 5. I would really want to get some time on that. I managed to get it to run because it was on one hell of a deal. It was like $10 for a fairly new title, and I'll actually be able to get a taste of the third-person cover-based shooters. And this, of course, being pretty much the flagship of all of those. Since most of them, I think Gears of War 3 or 1 may have been on PC for a little while. But then it was taken out. Normally, uniforms serve the purpose for distinguish friend from foe to make you blend with. Yeah, if you want to make it realistic, these models will not follow that cardinal rule. Because they are models. I'll still try to keep the colors tame. Like you can see that I'm going with very, very dark colors as a base. I'll try to build contrast without going too far into the vibrancy spectrum, but we'll see. I can't tell from right now. Cannot make this call. Let's do the same here with the... I'm also thinking of ideas for the bases. I'm not gonna be blocking them, I'm not gonna be building anything on them, I'm just gonna paint them. And I'll probably try and emulate something close to what the board game tiles are like. Not too close, like, because there are two main colors of the tiles. One's a bit greenish, one's a bit grayish. By green I mean brown. And something like that. Thinking about patterns, what patterns I can put on the base. But that's also something to be checked out at some point, but we are way too early to be thinking about the base. For now, let's just think about the main colors. We're gonna go on this cog, as they are called. Block them in, go from there. Okay, I think we are done with the brown. Let's try it with the green armor. Because the way I'm seeing it, he'll be green, he'll be blue, red, blue, and purple, possibly, something like that. As main armor colors. So we're gonna go for the black green. Now throw some of the mahogany on a bit so we can darken it up a little bit. Even though it's fairly dark already, but I just want to have a lot of spectrum to build up to. Okay. Sadly, you probably can't even tell that there is color going on right now, but it's all gonna change. This is not part of the build, is it? No, it's just the armor. Okay. Just paint all of this thing green. No. Something pops out is extraordinarily out of place. I can pick another color for it. painting the front of this is going to be annoying. But these are pre-built models, so I never really had the chance to make it into sub-assemblies, but let's face it, even if I did, probably would have built it and then would have struggled the exact same way, so can't blame that model. So here's hoping that the non-insignificant experience I've gained with working around issues that I myself have created for these models will pay off in the case where I am just put into the situation of the problem already being there. It's kind of refreshing dealing with an issue that hasn't been originated by my own hand. Okay, maybe that's a little bit too dark. Maybe. Just maybe I overdid it. It's no biggie, it's just gonna take a little bit longer to build it up. It does, however, allow me the opportunity to go for a sort of non-metallic metal reflective surface. Although with this amount of details, I think it's just unnecessary. Well, not unnecessary, just very hard. Was it aiming for? Okay, so where do we have more armor bits here? Now that I think about it, going with gray for the clothes might not be a horrible idea. Because we already have the red and the green that will be carrying the whole theme, and using something a little bit more neutral for the clothes wouldn't be too bad. And you can't get any more neutral than gray.
Oh yeah, that's actually fun.
Can go for a warm gray or something like that to make it a little bit more interesting. And building it off of black will be, off the black primer is gonna be pretty easy. Yeah, I think we got that problem sorted. And that conundrum has been clarified. And apparently he has two knives. One that's dangling off his dick, which probably isn't the best place to keep a knife. I mean, it's a holster of some kind, but there is no sidearm, so I suppose it's got a knife. And then you have one here strapped to the boot as well. Again, just the amount of stuff that's on these models. Which is great, actually. Seeing that on board game minis, sweet. And the baddies, so the locusts, also have some very finely detailed miniatures. But for them, I'll be using pseudo contrast paints, as in I'll try to cook up my own. Following the experiment made by Ninjon, John Ninius. With Procryl Transparent and Citadel Contrast Medium. I actually need some green on the palette. But first, let's focus on the cogs. And then we'll deal with the locust. on it an unprimed surface here. We can fill it up. Technically, the boots should probably, I don't know. Put armor on the front. They have these ridiculous boots. They look like New Rocks. I haven't seen a video game protagonist using platforms this huge. Since Bayonetta. But I don't hate it. I kind of dig it. It's an interesting look. It is, however, unusual. But these are totally New Rocks. Okay. I think that's... Oh no, we have the no, that's gonna be great. Good. Cool. Let's give it actually a quick blast of the brighter gray. Gotta say, it's fun painting over black. It has its undeniable advantages. It's definitely more forgiving than the gray or the white. Especially if you wanna just lazily leave in some extreme shadows. But I still don't know if I would adopt this. As a mainstay. And also that primer was just yuck. So glossy I can almost see my reflection in it, so I had to paint it black after priming it black, which in this case it was just 4 tiny little models, but if I was doing something bigger as a project, that would have been a considerable hindrance. That'll do it for the green. Now let's pick out a nice gray. We've got dark neutral, bright neutral, bright warm, and transparent. Dark warm gray. There we go. Well, work. Because the green is gonna be a cold color, and let's contrast it with a warm gray, as much as that will bring any change in the situation. Or let's complement it, I should say. I have a concern that this dark neutral gray might be a little bit too bright. But we'll see. It's probably be okay. I'll actually take a couple minutes break. And I will come right back around. And here we are back again. About to lay down some gray. Again, so here is one of the places where I could take advantage of the black primer and sort of leave these undersides black. But I should have thought of that before and sort of glaze a transition from them into the gray. But I did not do that. This might be a tiny bit bright. So I might have to go over it with transparent black or something. Bring it down a peg. Yeah, that's way too bright. Anyway, let's go. Think about it later. Meanwhile, spot some extra details. They require a different color, so that's also a benefit. I'm also really happy that I'm getting to put some paint on these. It's a challenge that I've been looking forward to for a while. Finally get to put words to action. And as far as the actual board game goes, it's one of those that you can play solo, like one player board games. And I've tried it, and gotta say it's pretty fun, even as a solo experience. And if you're playing it with people, it is, as you would probably guess, a cooperative game against a AI deck. Well, it's pretty okay. Like, it has some pretty interesting mechanics thrown about. And it's also kind of hard, like... I've tried playing it with people like a couple of times, and so the missions are sort of sequential, building up to sort of a campaign, as much as that can be a thing. And we could only get through the first two missions. The third one was kind of just destroyed us. You really need to focus on the objectives and not to clear out and kill off all of the locusts. Because pretty much you can't. They keep spawning in. By the time we actually realized that, we were very close to getting wiped out. No, right? So now I can have some little armory bits that I missed. Fix up some of the ones. And paint it over. And I think I will go with the transparent black wash right now, because I really want to get this to a darker stage, because right now this is noticeably brighter than all of the rest. So base colors or undertones, rather. So let's go for a quick transparent black do-over. It might probably be it. Let's see how it goes. I'm not thinning it out too much. I really want to get this thing darker. It is. I think that is the... Yeah, that's closer to what we want to get. and because it's transparent and it's not a wash, like as in Citadel shade paint, it doesn't stain, it doesn't bring the dirtiness of the color that a null oil would bring. So we are effectively still painting clean. And I think that might be what will tie the different cogs together. This undersuit, sort of black carapace type thing. Under the actual armor plates. That's probably what's gonna be. Uniform across the 4 models. Sorry. Okay. Yeah. It's pretty much back to... Where is the focus of this thing? There. So that's it with the non-metallic colors as far as the basis of it goes. So let's introduce the metallics for the gun and just basically the plate here on, or why not actually paint it green and just Now let's introduce a little bit of a metallic. What to do with this? It's painted brown. Whatever that holster is for. And same with the boot knife. I was thinking about making them metallic, but then again, there really isn't any exposed metal out of it. It's just a handle and the sheath. Yeah, that'll do. Now, what to do with the gun? I do want to keep some bits black. So the chainsaw part will be metallic for sure. And some, maybe the clip can be metallic. Bits and pieces, yeah, alright. There it is. We'll, however, use another brush for this, just in case. And of course, the dark silver. Which is probably so far my favorite true metal metallic base color. It's darker than Leadbelcher. And a lot creamier to apply, so it's a breeze. Okay. What else can we metallize? Some rivets here and there. And then probably just, I don't know. What to do with the main color. Just some highlights, edge highlighting here and there, maybe? Slight overbrush. Yeah, that'll do. Yeah, okay. That'll... That'll do for now. And I think that's us as far as base stones go. So now we can start building up. Let's start off with the face, of course. I really don't know about painting pupils. This dude. Red Alert 1 soundtrack. I mean, I've played it, but I don't remember any of it. Like, it was so long ago. Oh, cool. No. Sorry, it's really been too long. Oh. I don't think I should paint the eyes. But let's try. Let's try it nonetheless. Okay, actually, I can listen to it afterwards, or as a background for something later on. So let's, I suppose it should be on YouTube. Let's go. Yep, there it is. Just save that for a later listening. Red Alert 2. Oh, okay. No problem. Yeah, Red Alert 2 is one of those weird games where I just had... So it came with 2 CDs. And one CD covered the Soviet campaign and one covered the Allied campaign. I think I only had the Soviet one, so the first CD, essentially. Yeah, okay. I saved it. I'll listen to it later. It's more industrial. Yeah! I would like to turn it on here, but, you know, with the whole situation and whatnot. So let's go for the Or campaigns, Yuri's Revenge. Yeah, but that's, I think that's an expansion. I've always found it very weird that there was a unit in the game called a Yuri, I think. And then one of the actual named characters, arguably the main one, Yuri. Yeah, I've never played the expansions though. Played some of the campaign. Oh, fair enough. That makes sense. Shows how much I remember. But it was one of those fun RTSs, and even someone with a slow playstyle such as me could actually have fun with the game. Let's see if we can paint the eyes and but definitely the memories are fond. Good old. I actually played the first one after I played the second one just to make a quick comparison. Which is why my memories of the first one are very diluted and central. Okay, that's about as good as I can get the eyes. Maybe. Whew.
No, we're gonna go again.
Yeah. Now let's try to clean this up a little bit. Eyes are hard. You didn't know. Is he? Did he come out to cross ice? Yeah, I think he's fine. Kinda. I don't know. I don't think I can do it any better. And like, at some angles it's decent, some angles it's... But let's start actually building him up. Not to worry about that so much. We went through that playlist, so switch it up. Whew. Oh yeah, now I can see the issue. Try to remedy this. I think it's slightly better. Yeah. Yep. Okay. I don't remember the last time I had to hold my breath for so long. Still not ideal. The rest should go a lot quicker than this. I am sorry that we've hit such slow down. The face is sort of the place where I am the worst. And a little bit more time needs to be placed. Also, this face is tiny. Okay. Let's go a little bit brighter. Actually, we have the eyebrow right here. Or some brighter highlights. think I'm gonna leave it at that. Actually, I'm gonna leave the slightly rougher edges. Okay. Woo. Solid. And we can also move on to back to burnt red, and we can start building up the words. The bandana. Yeah, let's build the bandana. See how far we can take it. trying to leave some of the burnt red and mahogany showing below. Just want to figure out which parts I actually want to have shaded, because this is a sort of a dome shape. But I want to leave the absolute darkest parts near the face for the purposes of a detail separation. And then I'll add some more brighter, more vibrant red. To pick a side and just get it highlighted. And now for the finishing touch. For now, that is. I'm gonna try and not push highlights to the maximum where I want to get them right away. And instead sort of gradually go across the model. That way I can get a better feel on what needs to be pushed further and what not. So leave some room for brighter highlights, but don't take advantage of it just yet. That will be a lot brighter, so I'm gonna mix it with the is it already obvious what I will try to make the focal point to be? Based on the color choices. And I am enjoying the black priming start. It's a bit odd, but it definitely allows some play. I might try another project with it, but I gotta get myself another different primer that isn't as glossy. Now, just a touch. Of a undiluted, of a unmixed, just pure bold pyro red. Oh, been a bit harsh. Alright. Can deal with that. Okay, guys. Sorry for zoning out like this, but you know, sometimes it happens. But anyway, I think that this is where we'll call it for today. I think we got some progress done. All of the base colors done. The face and the bandana are also done. So next time around, I'm gonna play around building up the browns and the greens and the grays and the whatevers are left. And meanwhile, I'll take a look at the actual game tiles once again to get a better idea of what I can paint the base as. But yeah, actually, pretty fun little thing. I do enjoy it. So, see you again on Wednesday for some more Gears of War, the board game goodness, and possibly, quite very possibly, see you tomorrow for some of They Are Billions. Either way, till then, it has been a pleasure, and to all of you, thank you for coming along. Keep doing what you love and loving what you do. I've been Bachukojo, signing off. Bye bye, guys.